Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Wherever there is a gati, gati means movement. Samsara begins. Most of us are complaining about the mind, that the mind is very disturbed. Complaining about the mind is not the solution to this problem. We must define what is the meaning of a disturbed mind. Mind we don't see anywhere. So what is the disturbed mind? So we will observe, learn from our experience. Therefore I told you real meditation is a continuous process of learning from our every experience. Now our experience is mind is disturbed. Now learn from that. Can the mind be disturbed because of the space? Can the mind be disturbed because of the winds outside? Lot of very strong winds are growing. So we can it is too strong. Mind is disturbed. We want to go and take bath in the Ganges. It is too cold. They should put on some heater inside. Mind is disturbed. So, mind is not disturbed because of the space, but it is disturbed because of everything else. So, if we have learned this, then what should be the meditation? So what is space? Space is emptiness. So, make your mind empty. Now, for that we must know what are the contents of the mind. So, contents of the mind are thoughts. I am looking at all of you. So, you are the contents of my mind. But not the physical one. If you all enter my mind, it will burst open. Then only thoughts are formed. So the world enters our mind in the form of thoughts. See? Then again we continue our inquiry. What is a thought? And how the thoughts are born? So the thought has basically three components or three criteria. Either the thoughts are pertaining to the place, or the thoughts are pertaining to the objects or persons, or the thoughts are pertaining to the time. Desha Kala Vastu. Thoughts are pertaining to space. So now we are here, immediately our mind goes. We came here so many years before, that time it was probably mind gone. See? So, controlling mind so that the movement is arrested and mind is emptied, the first principle is we have to arrest the movement of the mind from going from one place to another place. Then the mind also runs with the contents of the objects. We see something and we are reminded of something. Like I saw that Krishna Serial. Swami, have you seen? No, I have not seen. I have seen the original one. Why is he serial? So, whenever I see the Krishna serial and the small little Krishna, do you know? I am reminded of my grandson. From the sublime to the ridiculous. By looking at your ridiculous grandson, if you remember God, is better. So, the mind is running from object to object, person to person. Okay. And third thing, the mind runs in time. So, we hardly live in the present. Constantly running in time. Earlier the things were like this, but now the things have changed. I don't know what is going to happen in the future. So, disturbed mind is that mind which is influenced by time, space and object. This is how the world is created. Bijasyantarivangkuro jagadidam prang nirvikalpam punaha Maya kalpita desha kala kalana vaichitra chitrikrutam Maya viva vijrumbhayatyapi maha yogi vayasvechaya tasmai Shri Guru Murtaye namaidam Shri Dakshina Murtaye. Bijasya antar iva, like the tree is hidden in the seed. In the same manner, the whole world is hidden in Paramatma. Then he creates the world. How? Maya kalpita desha kala kalana. So the first step, birth of the mind is conceiving time, space and object. And thoughts need some reference point for its birth. Either reference point is the place or the object or a person or time. See. So if we want to empty the mind, what should be the meditation? Don't talk about the past. See. How simple it is. Then how to live in this world? So we have to learn to live in the utter present. And when we start living in utter present, we start remaining relaxed and cheerful. Relax. Nothing to do, nowhere to go. When this is practiced for some time, then one day by the God's grace we will come to know very important principle. Thoughts are not problem. Now our meditation is like what? I should keep my eyes open, but I should not see anybody. Eyes are open, you will see definitely, you have no choice. See? Ear should be open, but we should not hear anything. No. Similarly, mind should not sleep, but it should not think. Are? If mind will not think, then who will think? Your nose. So too many thoughts have come. Karr. No. Thoughts have to come in the mind. So like seeing by the eyes is not a problem, hearing by the ear is not a problem. Similarly, thoughts or thinking by the mind is also not a problem. See? But this 5-star spiritualist, see, crash course in meditation. first level meditation, second level meditation, and in the last leveled meditation. Don't get carried away by these where payment is required for spirituality or meditation. It is free. Simply saying Sadashiva Samarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam. So we got this knowledge free from Paramatma and we encash it now. Then simply start understanding that what is a disturbed mind? Disturbed mind is taking us away in time, space and object. Now how the thoughts create problem for us. As you see Ganges, you can get into the Ganges, take bath for a change and become fresh, come out, no problem. But if you get into the Ganges and if there are very strong currents, flood, you will be carried away not by the water but by the current of the water. This we have to understand. Water and current of water. Okay. Similarly, thoughts and the flow of thoughts. So we have to arrest this flow of thoughts, and it can be done not mechanically but through wisdom. Then we will come to know that there are two types of thoughts. One type of thoughts are those thoughts which are not breeding the next thought. That thought is complete, over. No second thought. The second type of thoughts are those which breed thoughts. One thought breeds the another one. The second thought breeds the third thought. And in this manner, the thought breeding goes so fast that a current is created. See? Like these tube lights. In the AC current, the spark comes from one end, goes to the other end. And it comes from this end, it goes so fast. So there is an illusion of continuity, but it is not. Exactly the same way. The thought currents are created because of this thought breeding process goes very fast. Now the question comes, how the thought breeding begins? Thoughts bred or thought breeding begins when the thoughts are pertaining to something finite. See? Take any simple thing finite. See? I want a cup of tea in the morning at 4 o'clock. Thought. Where it will be available? They should provide in the room. Actually, there should be a tap where you open and tea comes. It should have options also. If somebody has coffee, he will get coffee. Meditation. Now what was the theme? Theme was a cup of tea. So this is the first principle we have to learn. Whenever we entertain anything which is of finite nature, you cannot stop thought breeding. We have to go on 18th. I don't know what will happen. Suppose if I don't get the flight, then where will I stay? Will they allow me to stay here? Or they'll put me in Ganges? See, friends, Once we are clear, convinced about it, then you have started working on your mind. Now the second type of thoughts are those, they are pertaining to the infinite, that it is complete. So next thought is not required to be brought or to be born. What are those thoughts? Those thoughts are the Lord's name. Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Complete in itself. But here also, our Maya is stronger than Bhagwan's Maya. Here also, we start as if we have to fill in the gaps, or we have duty given. Fill in this much. No. Then, for controlling, arresting the flow of thoughts, I am telling you, not the thoughts, flow of thoughts. What is required is, we must know how we chant the Lord's name. See? So to arrest the flow of thoughts, we have to remain aware that thoughts must belong to the same species. Like this mantra. Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. In this chanting, no dissimilar thought is allowed to enter. This is the practice. Once we become firmly rooted in this, that one thought is followed by the same thought, and in between the gap is slowly widened. And when we become firmly rooted in this, then we increase the number. So instead of 3 times, now make it 5 times. But the rule is the same. No dissimilar thought should be allowed to enter in between. So again we start. It may take 10 days, 15 days, depending upon the quality of our mind and our commitment to the cause. So again we take it. Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. 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 This is working on our mind. How many times we have chanted, much more important is how much time we are with the Lord. No dissimilar thought, as we proceed, then we start changing our focus on from the sounds to the silence. Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Sounds are many, silence is one. This is practice consciously, longer period of time. That longer will depend on individual to individual. Some of us will be able to practice it for 5 minutes. Very good. To begin with, it is like that only. Don't imagine suddenly you can sit for Nirvikalpa Samadhi. It will not happen. Sit quiet. Now, in this practice, you will definitely experience that our mind runs away without our knowledge. Because we are not aware of our mind. Mind runs away. And by the time we become aware, it is too late. Again, think about it. Again, learn from this thing. Then you will come to know that for every thought, a reference point is required. Without a reference point, thoughts cannot be born. Reference points are place, job, relations, health issues, projects. Therefore, when you are sitting for your prayers, bhajan, before your God, consciously give up all the reference points. How to give up the reference points? Now we'll do a small experiment. You become husband or wife and sit quiet and also think as a husband or as a wife. Stop. Now you become parents or children. And again think as parent or children. Stop. Now the last experiment. Remain as nobody and think. Stop. Now let us analyze these three experiments. So when we became husband or wife, the thoughts were pertaining to wife or husband. Reference point. When we became children or parents, thoughts were pertaining to the parents or children respectively. Reference points. When we remained as nobody, no reference point. So, no thoughts. But you are still aware of your being. This experience is an experience where an experiencer is not born. Because mother, father, children, husband, wife, these are not our common expression of life, but these are specific expressions of life. Like the space is non-specific. North, east, west, south, these are specifics. Therefore, living in meditation means we do not become extraordinary. Like nobody is ordinary. Professor is extraordinary. Student is extraordinary. Husband is extraordinary. And the real spiritual practice is we drop all extra. No special status. As a result, we never get disturbed and hurt. See? Therefore, the Upanishad tells, जानन अपि हि मेधावी जडवल्लोकमाचरे न पृष्टः कस्यचित् ब्रूयात् न च अन्यायेन च पृच्छतः जानन अपि हि मेधावी जडवल्लोकमाचरे. You don't have to get involved anywhere. But what happens? We get too much involved. And another important point, we are not obliged to answer all the questions placed before us. To protect us from the questions. This one, like Mahamantra, Maharashtra, in the same manner, the Maha mantra is, I don't know. We are not obliged to answer every question from everybody. Slowly, the mind will start remaining quieter and quieter. But it will not be a dumb, quieter mind. It will be alert, it will be vigilant, and it will be quiet. Alert means nobody can take us for a ride. Quiet mind doesn't mean Dumbo. Don't be a doormat. See? Therefore, when these points are clear, now with this clarity, we start leading our day-to-day life. And if we are living in meditation, how is our interaction with the world, and where do we find whether we are living in meditation or we are living in frustration? How do we know? See. Now I am talking to you. I cannot say you are listening to me, but I am talking to you is the truth. See? Now this is an action. Action done in meditation is an action. Now, where is my attention? When we do something, what is the focus? So, like the students study, what is their focus? Examination, good marks, admission. So I am talking to you. Where could be the focus? In three places. One, on you. That you are listening properly, don't sleep and you understand, and you will change. One possibility, I am talking to you. You are listening. You will help. Then second attention will be on myself. All these ignorant people, I don't know how to teach them. They are so. So attention is on I. I am teaching you. You are ignorant. And third place, the attention could be on the quality of the mind. See, before we take up anything in our hand, during the execution of the job, after the job is over, during these 3 periods, is our mind remaining at peace without any scratches or dents and disturbed? No. 3 points. So when we are functioning in this world, if our attention is on the quality of our mind, then we are living in meditation. See? If our attention is on the results, you are going away from yourself. results come in the future period of time. And that future period of time depends on a particular thing that we do, depending on the gestation length of that event. There are certain things which give quick results. There are certain things which give at a later date. See? But during the performance of whatever we are doing, if our attention is on the quality of our mind, I told you the quality, quiet, alert, vigilant, then we are living in meditation. The net result of this will be, there will not be any scratches, dents or dashes on our mind. These scratches, dents and disturbances on the mind is called as samskar. And these samskar generate next series of thoughts. See? Bhagavan Krishna tells, this is what I told you. Mai sarvani karmani sanyasya adhyatma chetasa nirashi nirmamo bhutva yudhyasva vigata jvara. You are living in meditation. Mai sarvani karmani sanyasya adhyatma chetasa. Whatever we are doing, our attention is on the quality of our mind. Now, how to maintain this quality of the mind? First, nirmamo bhutva. Don't bring your past failures or achievements in the present and destroy the joy of performance. You must have experienced this thing. Somebody tells you, see, that movie is very good, Let's go again. I want to see, we will go together. So you oblige him, you go. Now that person started, what is going to happen? What is going to happen? You chup. Let me see. See? Therefore, we focus our attention in the utter present. Therefore, nirmamo bhutva. Mamata belongs to the past. Don't bring your past achievements and failures in the present. You are living in meditation. When we bring the past failures, we lose confidence in doing the things. When we bring our achievements in the present, we become overconfident and failures are guaranteed. Nirmamo bhutva. Function dynamically in this world. See? Then nirashi bhutva. Asha, hope, expectation is with reference to the future. I hope I can sit for meditation, nobody disturb me. And thereby, our attention is all the time on the future, not in the present. And how it is on the future? We expect something in return from meditation. Spiritual practice is, spiritual life is, we are ready for a bargain of complete loss. As we do in deep sleep. What do we get? See? We give up everything. Our achievements, failures, position, everything is given up. Even the one who has given up, even that fellow is also given up. That is remaining as nobody. So who sleeps? Nobody sleeps. See, friends. In the same manner, if we imagine, I am doing meditation, but nobody listens to me. Friends, don't expect something great to happen as a result of meditation. Lights coming out. People will start seeing a hollow around you. And then fragrance will start coming out of you. Spray. Nothing, see, all happening ends. In being, there is no happening. So, nirashi bhutva, nothing to expect out of meditation. Meditation is the destination. And before you came to this beautiful ashram, how many thoughts were in your mind about the future? Oh, we hope we get the flight all right, the flight doesn't become delayed, and we'll get the taxi, and the taxi fellow will not cheat us. He will not. Once you landed over here, when you reach the destination, all the thoughts pertaining to the future quietened, is it not? If you have reached your own self, thoughts cannot come. See? Therefore, nirmamo bhutva, never ever any meditation is repeated. One person asked me this question, Swamiji, how many types of meditations are there? I said, I'll tell you, but I cannot calculate. I am very poor in mathematics. You calculate. The number of persons doing meditation in the whole world multiplied by the number of time each person does the meditation is equal to some kind of imaginary rough estimation as on this moment. Meaning, I said, now you find out, I don't know mathematics. See? Only we have to understand this. Nothing to do. No experience is ever repeated. See? Whatever you like initially, after some time you lose interest in that. It cannot give you the same happiness. See? And this we have to learn. Human mind cannot remain attracted toward the same thing, same time, space, object, same people. It cannot remain attracted throughout life. It cannot. It is a manufacturer's defect. You can't help him. Therefore, as I told you, old husband and wife stay together not because they like each other, because there is no choice. Choiceless existence. It is not their fault. And this where I learned it in Norway. That was the time it clicked. First time when I went there, very beautiful place, independent cottage, nobody around it, isolated cottage. A huge, vast lake in front. And at the end of that lake, maybe about few miles, a huge mountain, like a wall. It was not a tapering, but wall type. So when I got down from the car, so thrilling experience. Calm and quiet waters, greenery all around, up to a particular level on the mountain. Then no vegetation, only rocks. And on the top, it was covered with snow, Tiranga Jhenda. So when I saw that, take photo. First day, first interaction. Second day, hey, I'll take breakfast in outside only. I like to see that and eat. Third day, Don't you have anything else for breakfast? You stand there, mountain, interest is in food. Fourth day, how much time it takes from here to the airport? See, friends, if we learn, our mind cannot remain attracted toward the same thing, the same job, infinite. Therefore, you all must have experienced this. Those who are doing puja, poti, japa, etc., you can never remain same intensity as you started in the beginning. It is not your fault. See? Therefore, this is the trick of the mind. So, we are taken care of the past, mamata, nirmama, and nirashi. Don't expect something good is going to happen because of meditation. Nothing. Then, why are you doing meditation? Life is a time pass. Whenever you lead the life as a time pass, nobody is born. Then we come to discover one day by God's grace that what really we have achieved in our life. When we were not in this world, there was nothing lacking. See? When we will leave this world, there will be nothing lacking. Don't trust me? Go and see. Nothing lacking. So our earlier absence and later absence makes no difference. What difference it makes now? But ahankara vimudhatma kartahamiti manyate. I am doing this, I am doing that, and suffer. But when you lead your life as a time pass, you are leading life cheerfully, happily. See? Our Goa is a most holy place. But this publicity has made it as if it is a dirty place. And all the people who do the dirty thing, they are not Goanis. They are coming from Delhi, Bombay, Pune and all that. They make all mess there. And there they will be putting on different type of funny clothes and all that. See? One Marwadi girl, after marriage, they have come there. I was going on the beach side. In her whole life, she must not have put on the high heel and a skirt. But now we have come to Goa. And who has never put on the skirt, all the time putting on long clothes, dusting the road, that kind of thing, Gungadwali. Now she was feeling so awkward, but husband was, no, you look so beautiful. And she was again and again pulling that thing down. Nikal jayega. See, friends. So, drop the past, drop the future, and in the present, don't be excited. Vigata jvaraha. These are the three abnormalities of our mind, because of which we suffer because of the mind. Three things. Yes, something has gone wrong in the past. Now don't drag this throughout life. There is none in this world through whom something good or something bad, knowingly or unknowingly, has never happened. Not possible. See? It is something like somebody has jumped into the river and he never become wet. It is not possible. See? Then the only way to live in meditation is, don't bring your dead past, good or bad. As the age grows, we carry the worst burden of guilt. a guilty person can never be happy. See? And that guilt is known only to us, not to others. See? I'll tell you one example about this. This happened in Assam, probably in Guwahati or somewhere, probably Guwahati only. There used to be one Sharmaji, he is no more. And right from childhood, when he was 10, 12, 15 years, he had very good voice. So, in India got a institution called as Namghar, like Mandir type. And they will be sitting, and they don't the idols, etc., but they keep Bhagavad Mahapuran covered, they never study. Covered tightly down and put paperweights on that in the form of fruits, etc. And then they chant bhajan. See? And he was the one who was always required if any satsang has to start. So, for a day, 2 years together, slowly, he was grown up and got married and all that. Then his bhajan kirtan used to be so good. So people started addressing him Guruji, Guruji, Guruji. See? And then he became Guruji, Guruji. Or became old. He has only one daughter. Once I went there and I wanted to see him. So I went to his place. He was staying with his daughter. Very old that time. He must have been almost 78 or 80 or 85 like that. That time I was young. I said, Guruji, how are you? I have come just to see you. So he said, please come and sit down. Then he called his daughter. Prepare something good for Swamiji and don't come unless I call you. Close the door. And my heartbeat started increasing. That is the reason I don't want to see anybody separate, aloof in the room. That was the experience. So he got up from his bed and in the sofa I was sitting, he sat on the sofa along with me. And then, Swamiji, you call me by bad names, don't call me Guruji. And he put his face and everything on my shirt and my whole clothes were spoiled. See? You can imagine old man crying, every hole leaking. What can you do? Now for his pathetic experience, I was enjoying. ठीक है, धो लेंगे, never mind. And he said, everybody calls me Guruji, Guruji, but I tell you, I confess, I have no devotion for God. I was interested only because people used to appreciate I sing and because I used to play nice harmonium, and therefore I was required in every satsang. They started calling me Guruji and I started accepting that. Today I confess I am not a Guruji. I have got many big issues in my head. See, friends, at that old age, see, the guilt slowly develops and takes possession of us. And that time, nobody can come and help us. See, my friends, there is only one way out. Wherever you are, whenever you are, whatever you are, be 100%. And for that, don't talk about your past. Don't ask anybody about your past. How many people you have cheated? I have cheated so many. No need. See? We cheat essentially ourselves the most, not others. See, my friends. Therefore, living in meditation will be remain in this awareness that We don't bring our past in the present, and we don't dig somebody else's grave. See? When we start thus living in the present, there is nobody born. What is somebody? Somebody is a mule carrying the burden of the total past memories. And when we carry the burden, what is our first attempt? To undo it, remove it. In the same manner, when we meet somewhere, people are talking. See, last time when I came to this place, I went to Paramartha Niketan, and there was nice Gita chanting and also Ganga Arti, and I was invited. Our Mahamantra, who asked you? Who asked? But then, when 3-4 people are talking, we want to get into that. See? Therefore, देखो, सुनो, each and every mantra will help us living in meditation 24/7. Only sitting in a most envious posture and looking up there. No. All those who do this kind of meditation, they suffer silently. Meditation is not an action to be done and then forget about it. No. It is not love. It is an experience. See, friend, if you understand the difference between these two, action and experience. When love is an action, we fall in that. When love is an experience, we grow in that. The mother has love for the child, so she grows. And what is her growth? Not size-wise. Her growth is, she expands her horizon. So she is no more living for herself. She is living for the children. Expansion, growth. See? But when it is an action, I love him, then you fall, dalal. And net result, get married and then suffer throughout life. And then divorce. Because you have kept love as an action. It should be experience. Exactly the same way. When you do meditation, when meditation becomes action, guarantee you will suffer. Compete. We don't have to prove anything to anybody in this world. Just be yourself. Instead of remaining as being, we become somebody holier than thou. See? Therefore, friends, meditation does not give us anything. See? If something is given to us, it will be an additional burden on us. I had to do meditation at least 2-3 hours a day. What about you? क्या फर्क पड़ता है? For every issue in your life, this Mahamantra Mala can help you. See? Give it a try and be happy. Meditation class over? Over. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.